Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, I have Michelle Lemons Poscente with me today. She has got a tremendous background in a variety of very successful businesses. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael. I'm very happy to be here.
All right, I want you to tell our audience some background about you. We've got a book to talk about, and then some of the things that Global Leaders Organization does, and if you want to get into lessons in leadership, we can certainly go there too. Let's start with you.
Sounds great. Sounds wonderful. So with me, I started in the film industry, actually in the TV industry, working in television, in the production side. So I was behind the camera producing, not in front of the camera, like you are.
Okay.
Working with celebrities from every realm of life, from presidents to famous ballerinas in the day. The most famous TV show that people remember was a TV show called Lifestyles Rich and Famous. And then while I was living in Los Angeles working in the industry, my father became very sick. And I'm from San Angelo, which is where he was living. And I decided to go home and help take care of him and stayed there for the last year of his life. When he passed away, I decided I was going to stay in Texas for a while. I miss Texas. Originally from Texas, 7th generation Texan, so an old Texas family. Ended up moving to Dallas and starting a company called International Speakers Bureau, where we represented talent for speaking engagements.
Okay. And then you morphed it into?
So we went from that, where we were helping individuals with their brand, with a message through speaking, and saw that we could continue that brand with a book. So we created a new company with a literary agency, and then started another entity that was a training company, just taking that message and furthering, continuing it on a platform for training.
What are you doing now?
Today, I'm working with started a company called the Global Leaders Organization, made up for CEOs and investors. So it's really there to...
What's the purpose there,
Yeah, so I didn't go to business school. I went to school and studied film. So when I found myself running my own business, I really didn't know what I was doing and learned a lot of things the hard way. I joined an organization at the time it was called YEO, and I got very involved, went on the international board, and I found myself around peers that were other entrepreneurs facing the same problems I was facing. And it really felt good to be around other individuals that were going through the same things that I was going through running a business. I learned so much about running a business within that organization, just working and networking and communicating, and the education that would happen within that organization. Went on to another organization called YPO, Young Presidents Organization, and continued that education and really believe in a purposeful community of like-minded individuals, so a peer-to-peer network. So GLOW is that. GLOW came together because of my experience of working as a member in these organizations and seeing the things that I got out of them, and then wanting to make some of the things I learned from those organizations available in another organization that was really more of a inclusive organization as opposed to exclusive. Those organizations are a little bit exclusive, and I was looking to create something that was more inclusive for all the entrepreneurs and investors.
How have you done that? Tell our audience how you've been able to bring those people in.
Sure. So we've separated it, instead of just casting a big net. And let me back up for just a minute, because the purpose of it is really to help the entrepreneur grow their business. So that's the whole purpose for it.
Okay.
And you grow your business through education, networking, through customer acquisition, and through capital in those areas. And that's what we provide inside GLOW. So we have educational content coming to you as a member. We have chapter meetings, so if you want face-to-face, you can get involved into a chapter and meet other like-minded individuals face-to-face. If you're looking for growth through customer acquisition, we have a marketplace, so you can actually advertise and market your products and services to the other members in our marketplace. And then most importantly, what really sets us apart from everyone else, we have investment portals. So as an entrepreneur, looking for capital is very difficult. In fact, I wanted to plug this book.
Talk to us about it.
Right. This is called Boom, Bridging the Opportunity Gap to Reignite the Entrepreneur. This is my camera here.
That's right.
Right. This is written by Craig Hall, and I highly recommend this book for anyone that is a business leader. It's so important because there's an issue going on in America today. We have a decline in entrepreneurship. So there's fewer entrepreneurs than there were in 1975.
Right.
Well, that seems crazy,
It
doesn't
seems
it?
really weird because of the statistics, but I have heard there's a lot more money chasing a lot fewer deals. So, please, take it
That's
from there.
right. In fact, if you're, and forgive me, if you're not a white male living in New York, Boston, or the California area, specifically Los Angeles and Silicon Valley, it is extremely difficult to get your business funded. If you're a woman, less than 2% of all funds that went into private equity, it went into a private security. The last few years, less than 2% went to women-owned businesses. And it was less than that for minority-owned businesses. So it's extremely difficult for the entrepreneur to find the capital. So GLOW's purpose is helping the business grow, and one of those areas is through capital. We help bring the entrepreneur together with the investor, and we do that on our investment portals. So we have fully compliant investment portals that go through a process of due diligence. We have brokers involved, and you would put your deal up on our platform, and members can invest as well as investors can invest in the offering.
Now, that's one part of it, but it's not all just about the money. It's about the education,
Right.
the participation of leadership, guiding these young entrepreneurs into a path of success, right?
Correct. So one of the things that we did, instead of just casting a big net for all entrepreneurs and investors out there, we separated it into industries and demographics. So we have entrepreneurs, investors interested in healthcare, entrepreneurs and investors interested in real estate, technology, entertainment, retail, or
Fintech, so on.
or women-owned businesses, or African-American-owned businesses, or Hispanic-owned businesses. And then in each one of those areas, and we call those communities, in each one of those communities, we have a big influencer, a market leader in that space. So someone that is well-known in that space, well-respected in that space, and has a huge following within that space. And they become our partners in that community. We create marketing campaigns for them. They approve them, and they push out their marketing campaigns to their following. And they talk about the importance of GLOW, the Global Leaders Organization, and talk about why they should, why an individual should join and the benefits for it. So
Those are some amazing benefits. I've seen you through a couple of transitions, and every transition I've seen has turned out more successful than the last. So I know that this is going to be a tremendous impact, a big disruption in the industry sector. Can you spend a minute on what Lessons in Leadership is?
Sure. Lessons in Leadership is a program that we created with Microsoft. They're a partner of ours on Lessons in Leadership. It's a monthly program that we tour around the United States with Microsoft. We go into a Microsoft store and we bring in a big name celebrity, and it's usually someone either from our community that we're working with, one of our influencers in one of our communities, or an individual that's a celebrity CEO. And we'll bring those individuals in. They will speak inside one Microsoft store, and Microsoft beams that to all the other Microsoft stores. So you can go into any Microsoft store and watch the live event, or you can be a member of GLOW and watch it on GLOW's platform. The purpose of going into one of the Microsoft stores is that we always have a special going on inside the Microsoft store. So when you go into the Microsoft store, you get a trial membership into Glow, and whatever the offering is, the special discounts are that month that are going on with Microsoft that we can offer once you join Glow.
For an independent, that's a huge accomplishment to get a mammoth company like that to be able to bring in the concept, let alone execute with you.
Oh, it's been fantastic, and they've loved it as well. And, you know, I can share with you our upcoming calendar, and I can share some of the past that you can go on and watch. So in the past, we've brought Mark Cuban, we've had Kevin Harrington in regards to retail. Kevin was actually, Mark Cuban took Kevin's place on Shark Tank. We've had T.D. Jakes. We have had, for the African American community, we have had Josh Altman, and for real estate. The upcoming year, we've got some great names planned. I mean, next month, August 13th, we actually have Jeff Sinelli from Which Wich, the founder of Which Wich, and he's a very successful entrepreneur that's been in the franchise industry, restaurant franchise, and he'll be speaking at the North Park, Dallas Microsoft store. But you can go into any Microsoft store and watch the live event August 13th at 9 a.m. Central, and you could ask Jeff a question directly from the event or afterwards. We host all the questions afterwards as well.
So this is going to be an interactive show that lasts, what, half an hour?
An hour.
An hour. So you've got an hour of interactivity with somebody that's going to actually be available for feedback and lessons in leadership as they apply to them and as they apply to the people asking the questions. Is that right?
Correct.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're excited about it. We have a new program coming up with Microsoft that's called The Sport of Leading.
Okay.
And on the Sport of Leading, we're going to have celebrity athletes that have gone into business along with sports franchise owners.
Great.
So we're excited about that. And Dennis Mannion is our host of that show.
I can't wait for that. All right, Michelle, thanks for being a guest.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it very much.
My pleasure. All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.